Hello, it's Adam here from God is a Geek, and I'm here with Mr. Dan Naylor. How are you, mate?
I'm not bad, thanks, pal. How about yourself?
Not too bad. We're here, though, because you have just reviewed Worms Battlegrounds, which is
I
a
have,
game
yeah.
name I had to write down before saying it because there's been a lot of Worms games, and I wanted to make sure that I got the right name. Uh, so, you enjoyed it. I think, was it 7 out of 10 you gave it?
I did, yeah, yeah. 7 out of 10. It's a Worms game. It's not anything, it's not a massive overhaul of any of the systems. It's got the wacky weapons, the destructible scenery. But it's solidly built. It looks great, and it's still fantastic to play.
Does it do anything Worms-wise that we haven't seen before at all?
Um, Anything at all? Well, to be honest, I've never been a massive follower of the franchise. I've had a couple over the years. It's got the single player kind of campaign, which I hadn't seen in a Worms game before. I think the only one I've had was Worms HD I think, for PS3.
Yeah.
And it's yeah, I mean, they're kind of a series of 10 played the game before, you kind of know what you're doing. I think I said in the review that the first 5 or 6 basically just teach you the mechanics, which feels a little bit rubbish. And they did kind of like almost like a platformer at times, which didn't seem to work too well. But other than that, no. I mean, it's. I think everything has been done before. It's pretty much just kind of a renamed port of last summer's Worms Clash of Clans for PC.
Right.
I don't think it's got anything particularly new on it.
Because the story mode, the one thing because I haven't played a Worms game in a while, because they are, I mean, like there's nothing wrong with them. They are really good fun, and like I always found if you get together with people, they could be like a laugh a minute. But it's like I played Worms ages ago, back when I played more local multiplayer, and now it's like, I was interested in this purely because it's like something to play on these new consoles. But I noticed the story mode, it seems to have, I think, is it Catherine Parkinson from the It Crowd? I don't know if you noticed that or if
Yes,
you're
yes.
familiar with that. Is it her? It sounds like her.
Yeah, no, it's definitely her. I think I put that in the review as well. I meant to.
Ah,
Yeah, it's definitely her. She's doing kind of a. You can just about tell it's her on the voice. She's putting on an accent. But I mean,
it's
the
kind of
script's
cool, though, isn't it? It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, she's playing like someone who's completely not Lara Croft, and it's a bit one track, kind of the gags. She'll be talking about how she loves tomb raiding, and then kill everyone else there, and it's like, oh, okay, we get that you want to be a tomb raider, that's fine, and you want to kill people, that's fine, but every joke in every cutscene kind of went back down to this. And yeah, it's just a bit one track, really. But then I don't think the single players, as you said, you used to play it, with friends. I don't think it's ever really been about a single player campaign. The most fun I've had on it is playing with a few friends and just everyone just waging war on these little battlefields with these ridiculous weapons. Concrete donkey that just blows everything up, and the variety of weapon sets you get mean that every battle is also quite fresh. I found a bit odd because you got I think is it called Full Wormageddon perhaps, and that's every weapon unlimited,
Right.
and just so from the start everyone's just doing everything, like all the biggest stuff, blowing the map to pieces, and it's over in seconds. Or you can have a 20-minute battle that runs to the end of the timer because you've been limited to just like bazookas or grenades or something like that. I did find an interesting mechanic actually that I hadn't seen, was even in these limited modes, some of the crate drops were coins.
Coins.
Yeah, coins, and you used to get you got I think about 10 in each crate.
Oh, yes, now I saw something like this. You can buy items or something.
Yeah, and you basically collect them in the level, and then each weapon has an assigned price for like a one use of it. So even on the ones where everything's locked, like most of the stuff's locked out, you could still save up, say, 60 credits and get the Holy Hand Grenade.
Right.
Which I thought was kind of a neat mechanic, because it means you're kind of chasing these crates to get some of the bigger weapons.
Right.
But it was one of those things where they kind of put these things in to add a layer of strategy. and it's kind of not really worked because
Yeah.
everything does just descend to chaos. Like, or I wrote in the review about the different classes and things like this.
Yeah.
And it's a neat touch, but you can't really use them because they just start wherever on the map, and each one, for the most part, deals with their own like little localized battle until they've maybe won that area, and then you think about using them in, to help out you other guys that are fighting elsewhere. So it's nice that they're trying to make it a bit different, but to be honest, I don't really see how they can. It's Worms. It's always going to be Worms.
I mean, you do wonder, like, I mean, it's kind of good that, if I don't know. I'm very much of opinion that I want something new for my Xbox One and PS4. I really do. I'm not against, like these games coming forward, like with The Last of Us, for example. I will probably play that again, but it's good, I suppose, that they've brought Worms to these. But it's there's not. Where can they go? I mean, I was going to ask you actually, because I'm playing this on Xbox One, and you're playing on PS4. I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but on some versions of Worms, you used to be able to record like your own voice banks for them, and I wondered if with Kinect I'd be able to do that. Like it would be a unique. So you buy it on Xbox One because you can create. Because you can create your own teams, can't you? And you can name them what you want. Like you could create a God is a Geek team and name them like that.
Yeah.
But I was hoping you could perhaps, now these consoles are super powerful and you've got all this like the Kinect stuff. I could do that, but I can't. I just wondered, is there anything on the PS4 that is PS4 only? Like, does a touchpad do anything?
Yeah, the touchpad does.
Oh right.
You can assign up to 4 weapons, like kind of as favourites to swipe. But to be honest, the overall menu is easy enough to use. You just tap circle and it comes up. You don't really need it, particularly in that if you're assigning, favourite weapons, they're not necessarily guaranteed to appear in that level,
right?
Depending on the weapon set you've chosen.
Yeah,
One neat feature I did find, because I've got a couple of controllers, so I was playing it with a friend, and your team's Worms voices come through the little speaker on the controller.
I was going to ask about that because I'm a sucker for that. I really do like that when that happens.
I quite like that. And I don't know if the Xbox One actually has speakers on it.
No, it doesn't. No.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, it's just basically, it's got, the only thing difference is like it's got the vibration and the triggers is different, but otherwise it's just a 360 pad, really.
Ah, right, okay. No, well, that was quite a cool feature.
I'm assuming the light bar as well is different, obviously, for different players.
Yeah, the light bar does. Yeah, it's the colour of the team.
Yeah.
Which is actually quite helpful when you're doing a pass the pad session,
right?
And it'll just change to what team's next on the top. So it's quite easy to see who's coming next, provided you know what colour you are. Which was kind of useful. But yeah, I did have some problems with the. I said in the review where a team will. It won't let you pick specialist teams if you log in as another user. You have to be the same. You have to log in as a.
So if you and I are playing and we've both got our PSN accounts on your PS4,
yeah,
your player one, you've got a custom team that's got his geek, all our team on there, and you've got another custom team that's like, I don't know, something else. I can't use that.
No, unless we pad share.
That's peculiar.
Yeah, and then if you want to use another pad, you have to log in as someone else on the same PlayStation system.
Yeah.
Then you don't get your own personal custom teams for them to do. Now you may be able to use custom teams on that other account. I didn't actually try that, but it just seemed a little odd that it would force you to kind of use one pad when clearly there's 2 available.
So it's kind of like the created teams, like the custom teams, are almost part of your save file, I would guess. Because I'm using my PSN account, it'll be using my save file. I can't access them, so rather than being part of like the game's settings, that seems a bit weird. Because I mean, I'm sure you can't I'm sure you're not able to put like teams full of swear words in, so there's nothing really to protect as such. There is there? I mean,
no, it just seemed a bit of a hindrance. And there was another option to sign in, log in with a PlayStation account with a different controller, I think, but it didn't seem to work. It just kept telling me to press the PS button. I did. It would send me to the kind of main menu screen. So, and I come back in and it'd be gone. So I don't know if that was a bug or a feature I'm not using right, but it just seemed a bit of a shame.
Yeah, it is a shame. Other than that, I mean, it looks and sounds like Worms. It's probably not the most expensive game. And you can read your full thoughts in the review, I guess. And any questions, they can find you on Twitter at MaxShanks, can't they?
Yeah. If anyone's got any questions, just send them along. I'll do my best to help you out.
But that's Worms Battlegrounds, I guess. Thank you very much, Dan, for your time.
No problem, Adam. Always a pleasure.
And if people watching, if you like this kind of thing, if you want more of this, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe, usual thing, and tell us at GodIsGeek on Twitter. Thanks for watching and listening, and bye for now.
Bye.
Make